Hi. So before starting this video, I want to take time and thank each one of you for sharing your own struggles, your own story, your own journey, and giving so much motivation to me and to other people who are in need of it. I am extremely blessed that you felt safe enough to share your own struggles in this tiny space that I created. And a lot of you even reached out to me on LinkedIn and tried to help me out, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much for reaching out. So first of all, I'll just clear one thing, that a lot of people are saying that job market is down and are you won't get a job very easily or a call for a job very easily, and that might be true for people starting out or like extremely freshers, but that's not true in my case. I am getting job calls. It's not like I'm continuously getting it, but if I keep applying, I do get the call. So I applied to Amazon around I think 14-15 times, and then I got an assessment, and yeah, I answered the assessment. And then I even for Google I did the same thing. I applied a lot. I just kept applying till I got the recruiter's email. So that's something, and possibly referral helps. If someone is referring you, that also helps, but mostly what I have been doing is just cold applying. Like I just go on the website and I directly apply, or I just go on the career page and then apply. So coming back to the realizations that I had recently. So in the previous video, I was questioning in a lot of frustration, as you have already seen, that what else is needed apart from hard work. And I think I found the answer to that. It's reflecting on your mistakes. See, why I'm saying that and why that is exactly the problem in my case is, as soon as I cleared my gate exam, I started applying. Okay. And when I was applying, most of the time it was cold applying, right? As I already mentioned. The thing is, I did not have the interview skills, or at least I did not interview a lot while I was at the job. I just lacked those skills, okay? And my only thought process was, I have good problem solving skills. I'm just going to go out there and just give the interview. That's what I'm going to do. And when I got the interview call, when I had it scheduled, and while I was interacting with it, I was able to solve the problem. I was able to come up with a solution, an optimal solution too. But the problem with me was I am not that good at communicating. You know, I talk exactly like this, and it might sound like nice, but behind the scenes there a lot of things goes on. Okay, there is editing, and there is rehearsal, and a lot of things. Okay, I am not that great at communicating. I fumble a lot, and I uh, take a little, wrong steps, and I do silly mistakes. And you know what? The reason I got 5,000 rank is because of silly mistakes. I did a lot of silly mistakes in my GATE exam. So even in Amazon interview that I was talking about, I got an assessment. It was a 70-minute assessment, and I cleared both of the uh, problems that was given in the coding round. I still did not get call from interview. Why? Because there was another part of the assessment, and that was, I think, communication, or something related to uh, customer communication, how you would communicate with your peers and your customers. And you know what, I really fumbled in that, and most of my answers, I really I didn't know what to do in such situations. And those situations were not very aligned with what I am used to as well. Now, why this is important? Because this is what I was not aware about when I started applying. First of all, it's cold applying. You don't get too much of interviews. And secondly, I wasn't aware about my gaps in skill. And that was why I am behind. Now, my second biggest realization is that nothing good can come out of this fear. Okay, like if you act out based on your fear, it's a recipe for disaster because there is no clarity. You should never take decisions based on fear. If you're feeling like extremely happy or extremely sad, like basically you shouldn't take any decision based on emotions. Emotions are very volatile, they are temporary, and once they are gone, they either leave you feeling like a moron, ashamed, or simply they put you in a lot of trouble. And uh, since I gave up my job, for like 3 months, I was like extremely dedicated to GATE exam. I just continued my studies. I woke up every day and just studied. I did not think a lot. But when the exam was done, there was this blank space. There was just like nothing. Because this is first time I am not doing anything. I always was doing something. I have always been either studying or working. I have never been like jobless. So that situation, that whole, I don't know, emptiness somehow really scared me deeply. Now, a lot of you suggested that I should go ahead and, start a startup. But you know what I realized? My problem isn't that I don't have any job or I don't have a proper GATE score. My problem is that I don't know how to handle uncertainty. And the irony of life is everything is uncertain. Like the very nature of life is to be this transient thing. Like in nature, if you watch anything in nature, there is nothing that has a top and doesn't have a bottom. Things that has a top will have a bottom. And my real fear was that black will win over white, or bottom will win over top. But I realized that's not true. The black will win so that white can win next. So many of you have already gone through this situation, and I am so grateful that you shared your story because it just confirmed this belief that black isn't there to win over white. White will always win or black will always win, and that's the end of it. It's they go together, and that's what I need to handle. This is just a trivial thing. Jobs, yeah, I will get a job if I study, if I continue focusing on my mistakes, I will get a job. But think about other situations when there are people who have gone through worse than my situation. There are a lot of suffering in the world, and that perspective really helped me. The transience of life is not in my control, but reflecting on my own work, on my own mistakes, is in my control. So, like, if you're dealing with uncertainty right now, any of you, take it from me that looking at your mistakes will help you. It has significantly improved me. if they challenge you, you stare harder. You know why? Because they are not telling you how messed up you are. Your mistakes are not for that. Your mistakes are teaching you to be better. Dealing with uncertainty is very exhausting. It's a terrible thing. And I think without a fresh perspective, without things that I just said, I think I will again collapse back to the regret that I had of leaving job. There is always going to be a crest and a trough. There's no way out of it. And if I get scared now because of such a trivial uncertainty, I might as well just give up on life right now. And I refuse to do that. Because there are people who have gone through worse and still made it. And I think I can make it too. And that's the biggest realization I had recently. It's this acting out based on uncertainty rather than acting out acting because of confidence or belief in myself. I think people constantly tell you to do what you love is because of this uncertainty, because there is uncertainty in every field, like whether it be startups, whether it be YouTube, whether it be any other, like for example, before I started with computer science, I was really interested in physics. I basically wanted to go for astrophysics, but I wanted to earn after graduation, and astrophysics is a master's degree, and basically it was highly uncertain as well because the jobs are very competitive. Look at me now. It's every area is uncertain, and that's why people, I think, tell you to do what you truly love, because you have to deal with uncertainty. There's no way out of it. Now, the final thing that I realized in this chaos is how important it is to truly enjoy what you do and not do something out of, desire for stability or this extreme regret of making a mistake or this extreme discomfort that you feel because of uncertainty or because you have a certain gap in your resume. At least I have started to believe that. And as I already mentioned that I never truly explored what I truly wanted to do. I just always studied or I just worked. And I never really explored my own interests. And I think that is huge loss in life, because what's the point of living? Like, I'm not saying enjoy in the sense, go party, go for vacations, or, take drugs or all the nonsense things that people do. But I mean to say this, doing things that make you forget about uncertainty, that make you believe that life is enjoyable even when you are learning something, or you are like extremely involved in a work. I think work can give you a deep sense of pleasure. I have recently started like lead code marathons. Okay, I do like 10 problems a day, and I truly feel calm. Like I really feel clear. And it might be because I have been doing it for a while and because I don't know anything else to do. I don't know what to do. But it's also because I found a intellectual joy of doing that, and I want more of that. Now, as I'm doing this, if I get a job, then great. But I think life truly wants me to understand that not everything should be about security or about stability. I'm going to keep looking for the job, but this time I'm not going to do it because I regret my leaving a job. I think this was the right thing because I needed this, this learning, this lesson of uncertainty. Thank you. And I really, really appreciate you. If you have come this far, then I really, really appreciate, and please consider subscribing and liking, and I will see you later.